Trader Joe's has gained popularity among shoppers for simplifying decision-making, addressing what is commonly referred to as decision paralysis. In most grocery stores, you encounter an overwhelming number of options for any given product, which can make it difficult to choose. For example, how many types of toothpaste do you really need? This overwhelming variety often leads to frustration, causing people to leave without purchasing anything. Trader Joe's eliminates this problem by offering fewer choices, making it easier for customers to quickly make decisions, such as picking up a bottle of hot sauce and moving on. This concept relates to Triumph's new Daytona 660 in an unexpected way. Triumph's introduction of the Daytona 660 adds to the competitive middleweight sport bike category, which already includes bikes like the Honda CBR650R, Kawasaki Ninja 650, Yamaha R7, Suzuki GSX-8R, and Aprilia RS660. With the Daytona 660, buyers are presented with yet another option, potentially contributing to a sense of decision paralysis. However, Triumph aims to stand out by being different in a familiar way, much like Trader Joe's does. The Daytona 660 brings something unique to the middleweight sport bike class: a triple engine, a signature feature of Triumph bikes. This sets it apart in a category largely dominated by twin engines, except for the Honda CBR650R, which has a four-cylinder engine. While some critics might complain that twins and fours lack excitement, the triple's distinct character is widely appreciated for its liveliness and power delivery. Triumph knows this, and they're relying on the appeal of the triple to make the Daytona 660 stand out. Based on the same platform as the Trident 660, the Daytona receives performance upgrades, including a new crankshaft, piston, and cylinder head with larger exhaust valves and a higher lift exhaust camshaft. The airbox has been expanded to feed 344mm throttle bodies instead of the Trident's single 38mm unit. As a result, the 660cc triple engine produces 93 horsepower and 51 pound-feet of torque at the crank, offering a 17% increase in power and a 9% increase in torque over the Trident. In a market where sport bikes are becoming more expensive, the Daytona's price of $9,195 makes it one of the more affordable options, with only the Kawasaki Ninja 650 coming in at a lower price of $8,299. To keep the Daytona below $10,000, Triumph made certain compromises, as discussed further. The notable exception in this class is the Aprilia RS660, which is priced at $11,499 and equipped with higher spec components. While it's possible to upgrade the parts on any of these bikes, doing so would increase their prices, which Triumph and other manufacturers are trying to avoid in order to maintain affordability. Thankfully, advancements in budget components over the last 2 decades have made it possible to deliver acceptable performance at a lower cost. While these components might not be premium, they are sufficient for most riders. Riding impressions. The engine is often the heart of a motorcycle, and Triumph's triple delivers an exhilarating experience. Riding through the scenic hills of Alicante, Spain, the unique sound and feel of the triple make it hard not to enjoy. The broad power band starts providing torque as early as 3,125 revolutions per minute, maintaining a strong pull all the way to the red line. While the Daytona 660 might not have quite the same punch as Suzuki's GSX-8R, the difference in displacement, 660cc versus 776cc, explains the discrepancy. The Triumph's 51 pound-feet of torque is only slightly less than the Suzuki's 57 pound-feet, but the Suzuki reaches its peak torque earlier, at 6,800 revolutions per minute, compared to the Triumph's 8,250 revolutions per minute. Other factors, such as gearing, also influence the overall feel of the two bikes. The Daytona 660 is designed to accommodate a wide range of riders, including those who are new to motorcycling. The seat and tank junction is narrow, making the 31.8-inch seat height feel lower than it is. Riders of various heights, both male and female, have reported that they can easily get the balls of their feet on the ground. This is particularly appealing to shorter riders. One of the distinctions of this class is its more relaxed ergonomics compared to the aggressive riding positions typical of track-focused sport bikes. The Daytona's knee position is fairly comfortable, even though the foot pegs are set 50 mm farther back and 10 mm higher than those on the Trident. The handlebars are mounted lower but not as extreme as the Yamaha R7's clip-ons, which are positioned below the triple clamp. Compared to the more neutral riding position of the Suzuki GSX-8R, the Daytona places the rider further forward, leaning towards a sportier, more aggressive feel. Starting up the Daytona is straightforward, with a light pull on the cable-operated clutch and a press of the starter button. Once in motion, the 660 pulls away smoothly, though there is some slight throttle jerkiness at low speeds in the first two gears. This minor issue mostly occurs in traffic. At higher speeds and after 3,000 revolutions per minute, the throttle response becomes seamless, allowing the rider to fully enjoy the bike's playful character. Although a quick shifter is available as an option, the Daytona's transmission shifts so smoothly that it doesn't feel necessary. The bike is also equipped with a slip-and-assist clutch, which helps smooth out downshifts. The Daytona offers 3 riding modes: Sport, Street, and Rain. These modes adjust throttle sensitivity but do not affect peak power. Traction control can be turned off entirely, but the level of intervention cannot be adjusted. ABS is always active, regardless of the riding mode. While conditions during the test ride were ideal, Rain mode proved useful for reducing power delivery in lower traction situations. Street mode provides quicker throttle response, making it well suited for commuting. Sport mode, as expected, is the most aggressive, offering snappy throttle response without being overly twitchy, making it a good option for experienced riders even in traffic. Switching between modes is simple and can be done with the press of a button. At higher RPM, there is some vibration in the handlebars, though it's not particularly bothersome. Compared to the GX-8R, which is remarkably smooth thanks to its twin counterbalancers, the Daytona feels a bit less refined. However, if you find yourself riding the Daytona at such high revs on public roads, chances are you're either accelerating hard or navigating tight, twisty roads. It's in these settings where the Daytona's nimble handling shines. Despite its wet weight of 443 pounds, the bike feels agile and quick to respond to steering inputs. The sharp rake angle of 23.8 degrees and a trail of 3.24 inches contribute to its quick handling, while the long 56.1-inch wheelbase provides stability. The Daytona's suspension, consisting of a non-adjustable Showa SFF BP fork and a preload adjustable rear shock, is tuned on the softer side. This setup is sufficient for most riding scenarios, though pushing the bike to its limits may reveal the suspension's shortcomings. During aggressive riding, the suspension can struggle to keep up, resulting in a floating sensation. Still, for the majority of riders, the stock suspension is more than adequate for everyday use. Braking is handled by Triumph-branded J.Huan 4-piston radial mount calipers, which offer strong stopping power. The brake pads are more aggressive than those found on the Trident, providing better bite. However, when pushing the bike hard, the ABS can kick in earlier than desired, which could be an issue during track riding. The steel-braided brake lines are a welcome addition, especially since some of the Daytona's competitors do not offer this feature despite being more expensive. The adjustable brake lever is another nice touch, though the axial master cylinder feels a bit mushy under hard braking. Areas for improvement. While the Daytona 660 has many strengths, it's not without flaws. The ergonomics could be improved, as there is still a noticeable amount of weight placed on the rider's wrists, which can lead to discomfort during longer rides. Given that the Daytona is positioned as a comfortable sport bike, this seems counterintuitive. Another area that could use improvement is the instrument display. The combination of an LCD bar graph tachometer and a small TFT screen feels outdated and underutilized. With more affordable motorcycles like KTM's 390 series featuring full-color TFT displays, it's surprising that Triumph didn't opt for a more modern setup. A better display could make it easier to read important information at a glance. Lastly, Triumph's decision to add a plastic cover over the steel frame spar to give the appearance of an aluminum frame seems unnecessary. For riders who value functionality over aesthetics, this extra trim piece could be seen as an inconvenience when performing maintenance. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for new upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.